Hello everyone, Mrs. Gigi here. A little bit earlier, just a couple of minutes. And yes, we are going with the preparation of May. For those of you that might remember, usually I do some sort, I would say, of journal every month. But for May, because of literally things happening, I know that I won't be able to do so much journaling, but I have a solution for that, because to be able to craft, I know I need that. Back in November 23, I had a little bit of a rough month, but I still needed to have my craft room time. I did not create a journal, but I created a memory folder. The folder was not necessarily, like one tag a day. It really did turn out to be quite a lot of tags, as you can see, and journaling cards and little thing like this. It was my way of creating some smaller things throughout the month, looking into what I had in terms of scraps just laying around, and I started to create. And in this upcoming month of May, I am going to do a little bit of a similar thing, because there's quite a lot of things happening. So for today, I am going to create this little folder, and for that we are going to use these type of papers. I'm not too sure, but one thing though, I would say in May there might be crafting, just a tiny little bit each day. And of course there will, in this month upcoming, be videos, because what I am going for throughout May is my spring cleaning process, and you are going to follow along. So the spring cleaning is going to be cleaning in my craft room and a tiny bit of crafting along the way. The beauty of it though is, with the memory folder, I'm going to use only bits and pieces from this. My whatever bin, I don't know, bits and pieces of literally every little piece of whatever journal throughout, I was about to say the last 2 years. I'm not too sure, even longer. I haven't really thought it through, but I'm going to use only things from here and create some sort of version, because these little tags that I created back in 2023 was only made out of scrap bits from my then a little bit fuller or whatever, just there was a whole bunch of things. I just took a little thing like this to create, just a tiny bit, 5 minutes or even 10 minutes a day. I would say that was it, really. So with that, and with all of you following along with videos. I hope to inspire you to maybe take a couple of minutes each day to organize things. In my case, in my craft room. So yeah, let's start with the little bit more of a fun thing. I was planning on having this one as the cover for my folder, but I'll need to just look through, and I've just taken a random bunch of papers. I am going to, because I'm using tags, I'm going to use these papers throughout the month in different ways. Probably a couple more, but you know, I'm not too sure. This is definitely a contender in terms of cover. It's one-sided, that's why I'm kind of hesitating into doing a thing with that, but you know, this is double-sided, dots and just lined. This one is a little bit boring, but it's kind of nice on this side. Thinking, what can I do in terms of making this into either a cover or some tags or whatever, but I'm gonna leave this one, I think. This is kind of the same. We'll have to use it though. I do love this one. And yellow. This is definitely a contender, maybe cutting it off. Usually I tend to, like I did with this one, just fold up to create a pocket, but might be that I cut it off and create a pocket with the things up here. So that's definitely one to consider. This one is beautiful too, but not as nice as some of the others. You know, when thinking this part of it might be the front, which is a little bit sad because in that case I wanted this one. So no. Boring, and I don't really know, like I don't know, it might be that I cut out words for this one instead of using it as a whole paper. Butterflies, I do love butterflies, but nothing that speaks to me in terms of using it as a cover. And yet again, this is my way of using up these papers because I'll never ever do that. No. It's just going like small joys. I do like that text, but it's on the wrong side of it. This might be really nice to have as a front cover. I'm all into the birdie thing. This one, not too much. No, the one with those flowers. Let's see, I will definitely use those as tags. One-sided, definitely tag. Journaling cards or something to go with those lines. I do like that one though, but is it springtime these? I'm not too sure. We'll leave those. No, it says spring market, but I'm not too sure. No. This one. No. And the other one there, no. I will use these. I'm not too sure that I will use them all, but I will definitely use these papers. And the black one, no, definitely not. So for this thing, let's see. I think in making this a cover would be quite cute, but I think I'm going with this one. I don't know why, but this to me kind of spring is like it's springtime. I won't necessarily use it in June or July, or you know, during summer. It's just screaming springtime to me, so this might be it really. And that one is cute, but it's one-sided. So let's figure this one out as usual, and in this case I'm doing it like an easy thing, no measurements as always, but in this case, because I do want to use this upper part as the pocket, and let's see, we will have a European A4 size piece of paper going like that. And let's see, do we have a little pin or something? Who am I? Not prepared. But you know, we will manage anyway somehow. There are always a pen. Like, let's see, we'll put that aside. And oh, I have so many things all around. So in terms of prepared for this, I am usually not, but I will manage anyway. Let's just do a tiny little bit of a thing. Let's see, I do like to have it like that, and just the tiniest. It's just for me to be able to have a little mark, because I am going to fold. Let's see where it is. There. And in this case, unfortunately, I would say I am going for cutting it off, because usually, you know, I go like this and then fold it, but that is totally the wrong way around. So like that, cutting the edge off. I might use that on a tag or two. You never know. Did I think this one through? It's too late now. I will actually just go below this folded line. So the actual little memory folder that we are going to use will be this, and cutting this one off as well. And then of course we will add throughout the month of May, so just the tiniest bit of a thing. Let's see, who am I? Not really going to cut it all. Like that. Going like that in this case. So I am going to use a lot of glue, and just for the sake of this one, let's think. it might actually be a whole bunch of like a lot. You'll never know. Like that, all the way around there. And so sad that I won't be able to use that bee, but you know, that's just life. That's just life. Just going to try to create this little folder, folding that again. So for this, I'm just going to show you with a piece here of paper. You have the pockets here, and the beauty of just being creating a tiny bit a day, maybe like I did before, like 5 minutes, not necessarily anything else. You can do whatever you like, but you have a little folder. We are, let's think, we need red or pink or something. Let's look into that. Sorry for the reach, but we will see. We have these. Oh, the yellow won't really show, and that, no, we have the red one, I would say. Hello Jen, welcome. I'm just going like this for this one, for the month of May, because of me not really having too much of any crafting time. I will do a memory folder, and I will organize my craft room, so you will be able to follow along on that with the start of tomorrow, really. So I will dedicate May to really do clean up, a spring cleaning of my craft room, and with that I am actually going to hopefully encourage you to take a little bit of a, something along of organizing in your own home or wherever you need to go through a thing or two. You love organizing. Yeah, that's nice. Let's see, of course I would have, if I would have thought about this, I could have done the inking part. Let's see, just doing it like this, really. I kind of like that. So along the month of May, I will show you parts of my craft room and my way of inspiring, hopefully anyway, all of my viewers to follow along and do a little bit of crafting along the way. So I would say organize one shelf, do a little bit of crafting, organize another shelf the next day, do a little bit of crafting. That's kind of like how it will go, because I love organizing up to the point where I could just throw everything away. But we are definitely not going to do that. The thing that we are going for is doing it, or I would say do the organizing, not just say that you want to do it, and take it bit by bit. So slowly but surely it will be organized at the end of May. So hopefully that will be the thing for everyone to follow along. And haven't seen it already, this is either, because what I'm thinking, I will use bits and pieces from this box only to create tags for the May memory folder. Let's see, I got a huge piece of new furniture in my room, so I had it. You had to take it all apart in your room and then made oh wow. But maybe you can follow along and do that throughout May. Yeah, the thing that I will do, only use bits and pieces here, because as you can see, and I don't know, of course I can only speak for myself, but I could say that I know that each and every one of us crafters do have a box like this or similar to this, either with paper pieces and bits and bobs like I have here, or fabric pieces, lace pieces, all kinds of trims and ribbons, maybe you know, everything really, just collected in small little containers and things. So my aim is just to use those as much as I can throughout this upcoming month, with the help of creating this memory folder for the month. So the first thing that we are going for is, because this is May, let's see what we can find. And to be honest with you, I am not going to go back and forth, just thinking and planning and doing whatever I can in terms of finding a thing here. I am just going to slap it on the folder or do whatever, you know, I just feel. But I do somehow want to have a May 2025. Hello, Heavenly. Thank you for stopping by. So nice to have you here. May 2025 is the necessary thing that we'll be able to have. Let's see. Let's use this. I have no clue why I have it here. It's a coffee filter that is, I don't know, is it tea dyed or from an actual coffee? I'm not too sure, but we will use that. I wonder if I'll just have it like this, really. Totally random. And in terms of using, you know, I can literally use a piece like this for another thing throughout the month, so I will save those. That's why I have so many things. But let's see, let's have that as a base, and then May 2025 somehow. Or I don't even know, like, do we have letters and things in here, or can I use something to be able to write it anyway? I do have these. Am I able to use May? That might be a thing, because it might be the only thing that I will consider in just doing. Let's see. In this case, I'm going with the Swedish way of the letter. Like, we have a J instead, or G instead of a Y. That's not really it though, because that we won't really have too much of. I like this one, even though it's not really what I was thinking. let's see. We have maybe this. The one and only chance, because I don't have the right pieces of pencils here, do I? I just need to check one more time. One more time. And of course I have this. A pencil, yes. I do have it somewhere along the lines of down here, along with other things. Yes, I do. I found one. Let's see, May. And the G. Just like this. I am going for, like, let's see. One thing that I realized, I actually need to go out in my kitchen, because I've totally forgotten about the coffee. We'll do that in a minute or two, something like that. And then of course people are asking things, and a cord. I realize I need a cord. The coffee is necessary, I do know that. What I am going for, let's see, cutting this out. I need to kind of remember that I don't want to have it too planned out, so I will just cut these and glue them on. So we have the M. We do have the cord, but we don't have the coffee. Let's see if we can kind of do a thing or two here with this. Oh, the cord for everything. Hopefully I won't disappear, but you'll never know. You'll never know. Let's see. Sorry for the reach, but we do need to have a thing or two fixed here. This is live as it can be. Let's think. Do the cord thing. Can I even reach? Sorry everyone, but I've had my computer in a totally different place of the house today, so that's why. That's life, and that is my life right now. So let's see, we have the A. I'm going to put that one on this little folder of ours. Let's see, what are you saying? Oh, the coffee. Oh, I say that, but I can't drink. Oh, you can't? You go. Yeah, I have it right there. I actually prepared the coffee, but I haven't really, yeah, I didn't go through with bring it in here. I just realized a couple of minutes before I did, you know, create this live and everything, like, oh, I don't have the computer here. How on earth am I going to go live without the computer? So And that's where this whole thing began. Let's see, we do need this, or I don't need it, but I want to have it here because I want to use things up. So just a bit of glue, and to be honest, I don't know, I don't want to have it all glued down to the actual, let's see, a little bit more, but not all, like that. No, so every little bit of the piece here isn't really glued properly all the way down to the paper. I'm going with this. And usually when doing these little sessions of 5-10 minutes a day, this is what I do. I don't really think about or plan things ahead too much. Just a tiny little bit, of course. So that is it. And 2025, I needed to go somewhere just in order to have it, you know, but I'm thinking here, do I want to have it in another color or just written, kind of? Could go with just writing it, or just going along the little bird there. So here it is. Nothing special really, but this will be the beginning. And let's see, it might be an introduction page today. Let's see, I have used that piece of paper, and these, I don't know, is it origami or let's go with these. I'm not really going to think too much. These are coffee cups that will represent today, because I don't really have my coffee here. And oh, are they stapled? How on earth are we going to do this? You know, this is really, I don't know. I've had this for no clue, years. I didn't even know there was staples in here. And why would you staple a thing like this? It's horrible in terms of, you know, figuring out these when wanting to use them. Yes, the sitting down, even though it is just a couple of minutes each day, is my little thing throughout the month of May, because I know that I won't really be able to do a lot. But one thing that I need to do, I've talked about it earlier this year, is the organizing of my craft room. It's a whole mess. It is up to the point, you know, today it's really a mess, but from tomorrow you will follow along in terms of getting it organized. And I would say, yes, I am going to throw things away. That's just how it is. That's how I do things sometimes. We don't really, unfortunately, I would say, we don't really have like goodwill, and you know, I can't really give things away. Of course I can give it to friends and thinking, but you know, we don't really have. And where I work, I don't know, I work with smaller kids, so things that I have here at home doesn't really go with giving it to the school and things like that. So for this first tag that we are going for, let's see, this isn't straight at all. Who am I? I don't even know. And yeah, kind of. I don't know. I am actually going to do a little bit of a recording. Most of it is really recorded, but I will start the thing till you know, tomorrow. And I don't know, this is too, this I do love this. I need to figure it out. Of course I did cut that a little bit too much, because I actually looked at the words there. For I do love this faith. It's a little bit too big though. Let's figure this one out. It might be that you have faith in, you know, religiously, like faith in that sense, but maybe for those of you that aren't really thinking like that, it might be that you have faith in yourself, in actually managing this organizing thing, or cleaning up, or you know, doing all kinds of those kinds of things. Have the courage to just start. Maybe you've thought about it. So depending on how you see it, it might have two meanings. Let's see, we definitely need these, because for me it has a religious meaning, mainly, I would say. Let's see if I can cut these and glue them on. And I actually saw other words: strength, courage, and determination. That might go with what we are planning throughout May. So, and it do helps with a little bit of extra coffee, which is the thing on this tag. So we have it there. Let's figure it out. Faith. The thing is, too, in terms of doing a thing like this, you don't really have to think a lot about it. Is this an option? No, that's I need to go this way. Or is it too big? Too big of a letter doing it this way. I am determined to have these. Yeah, something along those lines maybe. And finding joy in the journey. Oh, I wish that would be a thing that we could do. Strength, courage, and determination. Are we going to just use those words? Or look at this, you inspire me. Let's see if we can use those. I hopefully inspire you in terms of doing this project. I didn't even know I had these specific words. So with the help of doing all of this little thing. Let's see, you. I don't even know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'm kind of going through a little bit of cutting because I do like it to be a little bit more curved or rounded. Maybe I do have to cut it apart because it's kind of a long little sentence here. You inspire me. Yes. The beauty of creating in the moment. Yeah, thank you, Jen. I realized it when I saw it. I realized. Let's see if this is possible. And thinking I won't really do too much. I'll just do a tiny bit because I need to kind of be able to move them. Maybe this one just a tiny bit like that. Yeah, that will do. And you inspire me. Actually, I feel like I want to cut these apart as well because there are quite a lot of a long little thing here, but not too much of a space in terms of creating. So yet again, of course, I do have these and we will use them. Definitely. We will definitely use them throughout this month. Like that. So this. And of course I could have planned this way ahead. I could have planned this up to the point where I, like back in the day, I could just sit here looking at this like, what on earth am I going to do with these? I know that I need to do something. I have no clue what, and be stuck. I am not anymore. For this one, I am. Do I want to have rounded? What do you think? Should we round the corners? I'm not too sure. I am definitely not too sure. Debating with myself, do I want to go with that type? I will do that, just, you know, or at least a darker. This one or this one? What are we going for? I'm going with the other, the lighter of those. Just around like this. Being able to do a little thing today. And hopefully inspire and get a little bit of a head start on this memory folder. Like this. And for the November one that I did a couple of years back now, 2023, I did do writing on each and every one on the back. I'm not too sure that I actually will do that for this one, because there will just be a whole lot of work related things throughout May. And yeah, a little bit of, you know, of course there will be happening things in my family, you know, family related things too. So I wouldn't say that I will have it all blank on the back side, but mostly I'm just inspired to do a front side like this. So that is what I will do. And for tomorrow, for those of you wondering, I will show you the first part of the organizing, and that will be on the left side of me here. Because usually, or I would say 98% of the time, 99 even, it might be, you see this little area. It's literally this mat. And it's all mess all the way around. I wouldn't say it is not organized, you know. It's, you know, I have a little bit of an order, but no. One thing though, I wish I were one of those that could have everything in, you know, small containers, labeled, up to that point. I am in the rest of the house. However, in this craft room, I need to have it somewhat visible in a way, because otherwise I'm not inspired. It's pretty normal. Yes, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. But I wish I were one of those that had containers labeled, you know, everything spick and span, like everything, like in drawers and things. I'm not, unfortunately. Maybe someday I am. In the kitchen I am. I have no clue, to be totally honest, why it doesn't really work, other than I'm not inspired when it's all like closed up into containers. So of course, you know, you will see the thing tomorrow, and hopefully along the lines of the upcoming weeks throughout May, we will create a tiny little bit and do the organizing together. And yeah, there will of course be some little bit of a struggles going along the lines of doing this. Mostly in terms of, I don't know, me. And this is one thing though, I could say that I will just throw it away and start over. And I have actually thought about it. That's so strange thinking, like, or even talking about it like that. The thing is, though, we tend to, or I have throughout the years, I don't even know where to start in terms of collected all kinds of things. Saved up on bits and pieces, and like literally a thing, whatever, like, I don't even know, small little bits like this, like, oh, I might save this because you'll never know, it might be usable for something. Not really this thing, but you get the point. But so I have literally saved up on things. It will be things that I will throw away. It will be maybe like questions, we can kind of discuss a little bit of everything. I will do mainly videos, but there will be lives too, so that we can discuss, like, how do you do with, for instance, like, onto my left of me, I have things like this. How do you do in terms of organizing all your punches? Tips and tricks along the line. That's what we're going to focus on together. So with this will be a shorter live, but yeah, I'm prepped for tomorrow. It's going to be fun. We have this throughout May. It will be a whole bunch of tags, journaling cards, bits and pieces. I am not sure it will look like this in the end. There are so many bits, small little bits and pieces too. I have no clue how it will end. It will definitely have tags, journaling cards, maybe, I don't even know. It's going to be fun though. So with the start of today, the introduction of this, I hope that you will follow along this journey of mine and yours, hopefully. So I'll see you again tomorrow in the first video. So May 1st it is. Tomorrow, have a wonderful rest of your day. I am prepped, are you? Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you so much, Jen. Thank you, Heavenly, for being with me here during this short little live. And thank you, Jen, so much. Yeah, this turned out to actually be the best of journaling spots, that I have. Because it was really fun having literally, I would say, 10 minutes to just throw a thing or two together. So it's really like a treasure of things throughout November 2023. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you, Jen. And yeah, I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.